Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of From the Cinema. I'm your super chill and totally awesome host, Alex Dodson. I know that this is finals week and everybody's stressed out, so let's take a few minutes and relax. This is my last episode of the semester, and I just want to talk about what movies are coming out this summer. So let's dive right into it, shall we? Now, I'm going to give you my top 3 picks for the movies to see out there this summer for the 4 movie genres: action, comedy, drama, and sci-fi. So let's start with action. First, Iron Man 3. It's a Marvel movie. Who can't be excited for another Marvel movie? Even though I wasn't the biggest fan of the Avengers, I'm really excited for Iron Man 3 because the first Iron Man is the strongest Marvel movie in their cinematic universe. And Shane Black is an amazing director, an amazing screenwriter, and hopefully I don't get tired of Robert Downey Jr. playing the same character for the 4th movie in a row. So the trailers look really great. It looks a lot better than Iron Man 2, which I could not stand. So my hopes are high, and I'm definitely seeing it this weekend because it comes out this Friday. The next one, Kick-Ass 2, Balls to the Wall. Now, I love the first Kick-Ass. It was definitely like one of those sleeper hits in the summer a couple of years back. And even though, spoiler alert, it doesn't have Nicolas Cage in this movie, who I'm a big fan of, the lead, Chloe Moretz, she is fantastic. She's got the funnies, she's got the action, and I think that she is really going to carry this movie over Aaron Tyler Johnson, who is technically the lead character. But her character is Hit Girl, and she kicks some serious ass. And now the final action movie is Now You See Me. Now this isn't technically an action movie, it's more of like a crime thriller with magicians. So I don't even have to talk about magicians because magicians are just naturally cool. I mean, magic tricks, they get me more excited than most movies that I see. So the cast is great. It's got Jesse Eisenberg, who is one of my favorite actors right now. He's rocking a sweet mustache. He looks really old, and not too old, but badass old. And man, Dave Franco, big fan of him. Isla Fisher, Woody Harrelson. It's got a great cast, and I can't wait to see how they did those magic tricks in the movie. So without further ado, here are some clips from the 3 action movies I recommend this summer.
What's the burning?
There's no room for punks in suits. Just real heroes who can really kick ass.
Ladies and gentlemen,
for our final trick,
we are going to rob a bank. On the count of 3, you will be teleported through space and time to your bank in Paris. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. What awesome, exciting action movies those look like. I can't wait to see them. But now, we talk about the funnies, the comedy section. Now, the 3 movies I'm most looking forward to this summer for comedies. The first one, The World's End. Now, there hasn't been a trailer for this movie yet, but that's okay, because by pedigree alone, I'm excited for this movie. Edgar Wright is this really, really funny British screenwriter and director, and some of his previous movies include Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Now, those movies may not be the most popular, but they have a pretty rabid fan base, and I'm in the fan base. I can't wait. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, his 2 staples in all of his movies, they are leading this pub crawl across Britain with this end of the world sci-fi element, and drinking and end of the world sounds pretty exciting to me, with plenty of laughs. So can't wait for that one. Next up is The Heat. I'm sure you guys have seen trailers for The Heat. It's from Paul Feig, who is the director of Bridesmaids, and it stars Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock. And it's going to be another really great female-driven R-rated comedy. Bridesmaids was terrific, a definite surprise. The Heat looks a little bit different. It's a little bit more action-y, but I'm excited to see Sandra Bullock stretch those comedic chops of hers, because The Proposal was one of my favorite movies a couple years ago. And finally, Despicable Me 2, the only animated movie I have on this list, because this is a pretty weak summer for animated movies in my opinion. Turbo and the other one, Epic, there you go, Epic. I'm not too excited about those. But Despicable Me 2, oh my god, Despicable Me is, the first one was so funny, you know? And Despicable Me 2, it's got the Minions, and then the It's So Fluffy girl, and like the unicorn, and I mean not an actual unicorn, just a stuffed animal unicorn. But anyway, the guy with the big nose, Gru, voiced by Steve Carell. The first one was really funny, and the second one looks just as funny. I mean, the Minions might be a little much, because, you know, those are the selling points of the movies, you know, make the toys, make a lot of money, but they're still funny. And I'm just excited to be rolling in a barrel of laughter with the monkeys in the barrel. So I'm going to stop talking now, and we're going to watch the clips for the comedy movies.
Surprise! Come on, man!
Get out, bull in China shop!
What part of out do you not understand?
You wanna go out? We'll take you out.
I can't hold you.
All right, let's pull him over. Come on.
No, wait, I'm not getting anywhere, really. I can't lift him up.
Ah, he's all right, right? The metal car broke his fall.
Woo! Those are some funny clips. I'm so excited to see those comedy movies. But now for the serious face. Drama. This is no jokes, guys. It's for all the beans, marbles. Still talking about weird metaphors. All right, the dramas. The Great Gatsby is the first up. This comes out next week, but if you're watching this outside of May, it's May 10th. I'm excited for this movie. I loved The Great Gatsby when I read it in high school. Everybody had to read in high school, so everybody should know what it's about. But the cast is pretty incredible. Leo DiCaprio, can't go wrong with that guy, except for when he did The Beach. That was a really bad movie. Anyway, Carey Mulligan, she's growing on me. She's playing Daisy. Tobey Maguire, mixed feelings after Spider-Man 3, but he's playing Nick Carraway, our narrator. Man, I keep thinking about Despicable Me, sorry. Baz Luhrmann is the director, and he's a pretty over-the-top director. And so, as you can probably see from the trailers, this movie is lights, crazy cuts, lots of great music. I'm definitely getting the soundtrack for this movie, even if I hate it. But I hopefully won't, because it's on this list. So just think about that. All right, the next one, Only God Forgives. This is from director Nicholas Winding Refn, and he's reteaming with the heartthrob Ryan Gosling. They most recently teamed up together and did Drive in 2011. And Drive is my second favorite movie of all time. So naturally, I am out of control excited for Only God Forgives. Now, you probably don't know what this movie's about. Nicholas Winding Refn is the director. I didn't mean to talk about him. Ryan Gosling. He owns a Thai boxing club in Thailand. And he is a front for a drug organization that his mother is actually the head of. So interesting dynamics going on there already. And his brother gets killed, and he has to exact some revenge. And there's some crazy fight scenes, and it's super stylized with some awesome colors and a great soundtrack, just like Drive had. So this is coming out in July. It probably won't have the widest of releases, so it might be a little hard to find this movie, but I highly encourage you to go out and find it because it looks pretty incredible. It's actually premiering at Cannes Film Festival in like next week, so keep an ear out for that as well. Hopefully the initial feedback is excellent. Finally, The Bling Ring. Emma Watson, Hermione Granger, as you better know her most likely. She plays an American, so already exciting. The Bling Ring is about a true story. Back in the early 2000s, there was a string of robberies on celebrities' houses in Hollywood. And it turns out it was like a group of like 20-somethings robbing Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, Orlando Bloom, robbing houses, taking all their stuff. And then they all got caught. And things hit the fan, apparently. So I'm excited to see this movie because I love Emma Watson. True story sounds pretty interesting. And it's gonna have some really great commentary on our like celeb obsessed culture and just the whole materialistic attitude that us 20-somethings tend to have. So let's check out some clips from these dramas.
Gatsby. He had an extraordinary sense of hope, but I had the uneasy feeling that he was guarding secrets.
You wanna fight?
Just think we wanted to be a part of, like, the lifestyle that everybody kind of wants. Paris Hilton's hosting a party in Vegas tonight.
Where does she live? Do you think we could find a way in?
I don't know.
Come on, let's go to Paris's. I want to rob.
Wow, those were some serious clips from those dramatic films. Now we're getting a little out there with sci-fi. First up on sci-fi is Star Trek II, May 17th. The first Star Trek from 2009, reimagined and redone by J.J. Abrams, who's doing the new Star Wars films. The first one was great, and the trailers for this one look even better than the first one. So hopefully that delivers. I can honestly see some Academy love for Star Trek II that Skyfall thought it had, but it never got. Now, Benedict Cumberbatch is the villain in Star Trek II. And if you don't know Benedict Cumberbatch, you're not on the internet most likely, because he is a pretty big deal right now. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the BBC show of Sherlock, the reimagining, current day Sherlock Holmes. Well, Benedict Cumberbatch plays Sherlock Holmes, and he's an incredible actor. He's been in some other pretty great movies recently, but most notably Sherlock. So, you know, we got all the old guys, Chris Pine, Simon Pegg from The World's End, he's in it again, and some other people, but mostly Benedict Cumberbatch. You should go watch it for him. And watch a trailer, and you'll be blown away. Next up, Elysium. Now this movie isn't that widely known. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about District 9. That came out in 2009, and that's one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time. And Elysium stars Matt Damon, but more importantly, it is written and directed by the same guy who did District 9, Neil Blomkamp. And he's this like South African writer-director guy, and he does some really interesting social commentary through sci-fi elements. In Elysium, it's going to be addressing class separation, and let me explain Elysium for a little bit, because it's pretty weird. Poor humans live on Earth, destructed Earth, it's awful down there, terrible, you don't want to live there. The rich people live up in this giant spaceship, and they're like rich and healthy, and they have a cure for cancer up there, and you know, everything is like shiny, you know? And so Matt Damon's character, he gets sick, and he's like, oh, I'm not gonna die, I'm gonna go up there, even though he's not allowed up there. And so he goes up, and you know, action, sci-fi. It's gonna be cool. Watch a trailer. I'm not explaining it very well. Anyway, next one, final one. The movie I'm most excited about this entire summer, Pacific Rim. If you don't know about it, go watch a trailer, because my words will not do it justice. Pacific Rim is from Guillermo del Toro, this really great imaginative sci-fi director. Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy. He's done some pretty great stuff in the past. Anyway, just imagine giant robots fighting giant monsters that come out of the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, they fight. It's going to be pretty incredible. I can't even I'm just thinking about it right now in my head, and it's, wow. The fight scenes are incredible. More importantly, there are human characters in there too, I promise. These robots are piloted by humans that live inside their head. They don't live there, they work there. It's their job, they're like pilots. Anyway, Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy is the main character. He's pretty awesome. And then you got Ron Perlman, who is Hellboy, also from Sons of Anarchy. He's a supporting character. Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, he's a supporting character. Idris Elba, who's in Prometheus, and he's in BBC's Luther. There you go, Luther. That's a great show to watch too. He plays the commander, and he's like, today we stop the apocalypse. And it gives me chills when I watch the trailer. So you guys should watch the trailer too. But I mean, there are lots of other things that give me chills from that show, like the epic fight scenes and stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling. Watch these clips and let them convince you, because I'm just rambling.
The ship's dead, sir. She's gone.
No, she's not. No ship should go down without her captain.
I need to get to Elysium.
Whoever has this has the power to override their whole system.
Hey, bring down the bone saw!
This ain't gonna kill me. You can save everyone.
We're gonna break into the most heavily guarded place in the universe.
Oh, yeah.
Initiating launch operations. Gypsy danger.
They never considered our ability to stand, to endure, that we would rise to the challenge.
Pilots, ready to connect.
Let's go fishing.
2 pilots engaged in neural bridge. Ready to activate the Jaeger in 3, 2, 1.
Man, those are some cool clips. Science fiction. I wish it was real, but then it wouldn't be science fiction anymore. But anyway, I need to apologize for my behavior during this episode. Longtime viewers, you've noticed that I'm not usually this insane and, just excited about me. I'm always excited for movies, but I decided to ad-lib my descriptions of these movies for today to really get in the sense of what summer movies are all about. They're big blockbuster movies. They're supposed to make a lot of money. Lots of people are supposed to go. Not a whole lot of award considerations going on except for special effects. But it's just really about the joys of summer. And I figured what better way to make people excited for these movies was to make a fool of myself and just talk about how I was excited for them. Because this is how I'm like all the time. But in my past episodes, I try and, keep it down, academic almost, because we are a university. But I let it all out today. So I hope you're as excited as I am for these movies. And now I'm going to go back to reading the words on my screen. So those are my picks for flicks to see this summer. Naturally, there are some movies that I didn't talk about that you probably are really looking forward to seeing. I'm sure your movies will be good too, but I'm just trying to convince you to go see mine because I'm really, really excited to see them. See what I did there? I'm really excited. So that's a wrap. It's been an exciting semester. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the fall so we can keep talking about the movies coming out in the JC Cinema. Until then, my fans, have a great summer and go to the movies and get excited.